Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm your host, Al. Parx today, Monday. It was a big weekend, the Kentucky Derby, very exciting races. We're getting started here for the Park Show for Monday. And what I'm going to do is start handicapping the races from scratch. I have my sheet here, the sheet with the notes. Uh, you know, the scratches, the best speeds, the early pace. And we're going to get started right from the beginning. I have not seen these cards, and I'm going to bring them up now for the first time, very first time. It's 4:05 a.m. I have the coffee. I just, got up, and let's make it happen today. Who else is out here at 4 o'clock in the morning handicapping the horses and going live about it? Right here, All Horse Racing all the time. Let me download the PPs for this card. Okay, Monday. Now this card today has 10 races. They kick off at 12:40. We'll be out here and covering those races. But now you're seeing how I come up with these picks from the very beginning. Okay. Got the card. Download it. Bingo. Okay. So we have the Parks card. I have my my sheet. I make my notes. You see scratches on the left, speed on the right, and pace to the extreme right. Okay, race one. What do we have here? 6 furlongs. I'm seeing these PPs for the first time. Very, if there was ever a time to hit the all button, it would be with this first race. Fillies and mares 3 and up. You can throw the 2 out, Miss Alex. I mean, this one has not hit the board. I'm looking at the PPs. We're going back to September of 2023. Has not hit the board. Horrible jock. Well, these are 7.5K claimers. Let's look at the pace. This is an all button, folks. Yeah. You know, the one does have speed, as does the 5 and 7. What a bad bunch. Oh my God. Now you'll see here that I make notes on my page, my scratch sheet. You know, one is the front runner, 5-7 also. You know, I see 157 as the speed in the first race, but we have 7 entries here, and technically all of them can win. First time I'm looking at this card, you know, I don't like the 2. One looks like the you know, best bet so far. Yeah, you know, one's my choice. Angel Castillo up, he's 10%. Here at Parx, going back 198 races, teams up with Richard Vega. Uh, they're 21% together. Get this, going back 403 races, they have a 2.24 ROI. You know, that makes, you know, the speed, the percentages, you know, I see one as a favorite this race. 4, I like a bit. It has a race at March the 13th here at Parx at 6.5, finished third. Has some nice numbers mixed in. Yeah, that's my next choice. 1-3 in the first race at Parx, and I'm not going to go deeper than that. I'm looking at not playing an exacta. I'm looking at you know, multi-race plays. So 1-3, one to the pace, 157. We don't know the scratches. Okay, on to race 2. Looking at Parx for the first time, I'm doing a Park show today, and you're here with me right now, seeing the card for the very first time. Okay, I'm going to step away, heat up the coffee. I'll be back in a few. Okay, up to race number 2. Handicapping Parx for the first time. Let's look at the pace. We're out here prepping early for today's Parx card. Wow, number 7 has a big early speed edge. Royal Upstart. Yeah. Frankie, Abner Adorno up. Now, this one has been racing on multiple surfaces. Dirt, a mile last race. Sloppy track at Gulfstream, the race before there. Gulfstream turf, Gulfstream synthetic. Should be able, to handle the distance, has done it before. 7 is the pace in the first race. Almost a virtually paceless race. 8 and 3, the next paces. Making notes. Okay, let's look at the speed of these horses. Oh my God. It's a 1 mile maiden claiming filly and mare, 3 and up. What a bad bunch. Seven, the pace, but horrible. I'd have to say 5 by the looks of the PPs. Looks like the fastest horse in the second race. And Summer at the Shore, all one word. Moving forwards towards a big race. Lewis Linder Jr., the trainer, 15% at Parx with jockey who I don't like, Luis Ocasio. Luis, 8% here, 8% overall. But the horse looks like the best one, followed by the 6. So I'm going to put a dash between the 5 and 6, who's only making his her 5th start, had 2 second place finishes at a higher level. So dropping in class for Carlos Mancilla. When he drops, he's 13%, gets Angel Cruz up, who's 30%, well, 3 for 10, and 14% overall, going back nearly 1,000 races. I have to think the 6 should be favored over the 5. What about the 7? The 7 has the big early speed, stays at the same class for Jacinto Salas and Abner Adorno up. Abner, 14% as a jockey trainer. Get this, Abner Adorno and Salas together, 30% with a 2.44 ROI. That covers 40 starts. So I'm going to put 7 with a question mark. It seems to have the big early speed edge, jockey trainer edge, even though the others are faster. I'll put my notes up here that I'm taking along the way. I'm between 5 and 6 as the fastest horses, but 7 has the speed edge. And on the pace edge, I see 7 having the best pace. Okay, first time through the card here at Parx. Okay, on to race 4. That's all I saw there. I couldn't go any deeper than that. Race 3, 5.5 furlongs, claiming 7.5K. Cheap claimers, one you can throw out. I know it's Michael Pino, but throw it out. The horse is too slow. Soulful Tara. Oh, brother. Two, Michael Pino also has the 2. Obviously, the fastest horse. I mean, I think the 2, walks home. Yeah, 2's a clear single in the third race. It'll probably go off at 3 to 5. And Berra, Michael Sanchez up 22% here. This horse hasn't won since September of last year at Parx, but today all the stars are aligned. How about the pace? Now, 4 has some speed, 5-star Fran. Let's look at that one. I see the pace as 4 too. Maybe 6 a little bit, had the lead last race, but not quick enough to have it today. Let's look at the 4. Oh my God. Cheap speed. I see 2 as a single here in the third. Big single, low odds. If you look at my notes, the pace on the right, my selections on the left under speed, scratches, we don't know them yet. Okay, so we're 3 races into this Parx card, and it's 4:29. So those 3 races took me basically a half hour to look over. I'll be back in a bit and heat the coffee and go on to the next race, race number 4. Okay, we're back. If you're joining us, welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm your host, Al. Early morning edition, getting started on the Parx card. We're up to race 4. Let's look at it. What other horse racing show is out there that is handicapping the races at 4 in the morning? Okay, 4:37 now. I'm not horsing around. I put in the work. And interesting little race. A mile and 16th on dirt, cheap claimers, 5K for 3-year-olds and up. Oh, God. This could be almost anyone's race. Only 6 entries. Number 6, Hidden Promise, a 7-year-old. Number 2 has the most best, good races. Samaranti, 8-year-old. Salas the trainer. Paco Lopez up. Paco Lopez, get this. His numbers at Parx, 26%, going back 343 races. And a jockey trainer together, they're 37% with a 2.71 ROI. This has the best back numbers. 2 is obviously the going to be the favorite. Number 3, Icy Storm, comes off a good race, won by 3/4 of a length. Last out at Parx, shot way forward for Juan Carlos Guerrero, who is a 26% trainer at Parx. Dexter Haddock up 13% here, going back over 750 races. Together, they're 19% jockey trainer. You got to make this a second choice. I see this setting up as a cheap multi-race pick 4, with the 2 being the single in last race, race 3, and 2-3 here. Look at the pace. If you want to throw the 6 in for third, who looks like the rabbit here, usually goes 7 furlong 6. Hidden Promise, number 6. Yeah. I'll go there. That'll be the pace. 6. Number 1, Number one is kind of curling towards a good race. Corkman for Felix Flores Coba. Wolfson up as the jock. They've never teamed together. Cyrus Curland. I'm torn between 6 and 1 for third spot. I'll put my notes up here. I'll look at the pace first. The 4, Singing in the Storm, all one word, is the second pace. It's another one trying to move towards a good race. Last race was okay. Came in third, a half length back. Considering the pace, I see it as a semi-player in this very weak race. So my notes so far, I see 6-4 as the pace. I see 2 as the clear standout winner, uh, except maybe the 3 might do something. 6-1-4, they're separated by dashes. That means it's a hard call. I like 6-1-4 in that order for the third spot best, but the dashes say it could go either way. So we're through 4 here. I'll be back in a bit. 4:44 in the morning, folks. All horse racing all the time. I'm your host, Al. I'm out here doing the work. I'm not just horsing around. Okay, on to race number 5. I see there are some comments here. Let's see who's here. Hi, Al, my coach. Hey, Ascot, how's it going? Good luck today. I'm looking at Parx for the first time. Hope things are going well for you. It has to be, what time is it by you? Robert Belfield. Hey, Rob. Hey, Big Al. Yeah, we're looking at Parx. We're going to do a Parx show today. 10 races. And getting set, looking at the card for the first time. And let's go on to race 5. Race 5, 6 dirt mile maiden claim 10K. Okay, cheap claimers, but Parx has given us good cards. On the dark days, Mondays and Tuesdays. 10 horse fields, medium track as far as the purse sizes go. 3-year-old and up, fillies and mares. I mean, 2 and 8 look like the standouts by the numbers go. Michael Pino trained number 8, Battaglia, with Sanchez up at 22% jockey at Parx. Together, Pino and Sanchez, 27%. Going back to sprinting, gonna be a player. Otherwise, the 2, John Service, 2-8, I'd have to go 8-2 is my top 2 choices here in the 5th. John Service, the trainer of the 2, Chance Occurrence. At Parx, going back over 3,000 races, John Service, 21%, the 8. Going back nearly 3,000 races at Parx, Michael Pino is 22%. Yeah, I see it 8-2. I'm looking at the speed here in this race. Race 5 of 10 at Parx. I mean, Orb's Party Girl, number 4 is the speed. Took the lead at the first call the last two times. But 8, with Sanchez and Pino, they've taken the lead the last first, couple of times. So 4 and 8 look like the speed. The others kind of hang back. I'm seeing this as an 8-2 race. We may be looking at a chalky card. The pace between 4-8, the winners. I'm not going to go deep in the pool now. I'm just looking at logical winners. I think we might have an early pick 5 that's very, very playable, by this. because of the single two in the third race. As far as race 6 goes, it's 7 furlongs, optional claim. We have an early speed. Roadrunner, the Cat, coming in from Tampa. That's the 4. Followed by Love to Eat, number 6, Frankie Pennington up. And 7, Designated, not an early speed type, but fast enough to be involved. Number 7. We have 4, 6, 7 as far as the pace goes in race 6. I'm looking at this card for the first time. Now the actual numbers. Race 6 of 10 at Parx. You got the 7 furlongs. Number 6, Love to Eat. Second in the pace, Jamie Ness. I have to make that the top choice. Jamie Ness with Pennington, the jock, they're 28% together. And that's going back 780 plus races. Frankie Pennington used to be the Elvis Presley of Parx, still holds his own, and he's teamed with Ness. They're 26%, 28%, and I'm showing 779 races. You got to use them here on top. Big favorite, but worth the pick. Love to Eat, number 6, race 6. Otherwise, the only other one that really stands a chance is Michael Pino with number 7, who figures to be part of the pace. He's moving slowly forward. A 3-year-old, heavily raced 3-year-old. Holy crap. Pino here at Parx, 22% with Dexter Haddock up. And those two together going back 105 races, win 20%. I'm going to go 6, 7. I'll go deeper on the show, for the trifecta players, but this looks pretty strong. Okay, we're going to step away for a bit, be back for the 7th race. Okay, on to the next race. Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm your host, Al. We're out here handicapping the races, getting set for Parx. It's 5:15 a.m. I'm not horsing around when I do these shows. I prepare, okay? I'm not going winging a prayer when I make these picks. Of course, this is the first time through the card. Handicapping. I'm through 6 races. There's 10 today. And right now we're up to race 7. Now, this is a mile and a 16th on dirt. Allowance optional claiming 25K. Oh my God. The two really stands out. A Pinot entry. He's hooking up with now coming from the claiming 7.5K level. Pino and Sanchez together, they're 27%, going back over 400 races. Sanchez, 22% here. A blowout victory last race, has won 2 of 3 since coming to Sanchez's barn. I think the favorite though has to be late call number 6 from Jorge Duarte Jr. Won the last 2. Jaro Rendon aboard. Rendon, a 23% jock here in 47 tries. Together, Duarte and Rendon, surprisingly, only 9%. But the last race was so strong, and that was 384 days ago. You have to think Brandon, when he's away from the track for over 3 months, still hit 16%, but that was such a strong effort for the 5-year-old late call that you have to consider this one as a big time contender and possible winner. I will list that one first. Uh, Late call number 6. And the Pinot entry number 2, check my 6, jumped up big, 40 days off. That's the second choice. Followed, mildly by number 5 from Robert Moscow, Carnivore. Won the last race by a nose, optional claiming 25, 33 days off. Frankie Pennington up. So I see this as a 6-2-5 affair. Check the pace. I mean, 3's going to have the pace. It's a sprinter. Paco Lopez, that's a rabbit in the race. Followed by the 6. then the 4. So here's what I see here in this race. You know, I see 6 to 5 as the finishing order so far, and 3, 6, 4 is the early pace. And with that, I'm going to turn in and get a little more rest. We got 7 races covered, first time through the card, and Parx today. Okay, have a good one, everybody. Thanks for viewing. And may the horse always be with you. Talk with you soon.